In this video, I'm gonna tell you what you need to start a YouTube channel right now or on how to improve your video quality on YouTube. And I'm gonna talk about everything that I know, literally. So equipment, softwares, and little tips and tricks. So before we get into the video, make sure to like the video and to comment down below what you would want to see next. And consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you want to see 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday on beauty and other stuff like that. So let's get into it right away. So first, you need to create a new Google account that will be only for your socials and for your YouTube channel by itself. You only need to put a little picture on your Google. Make sure to choose the right name. And then after that, you go on YouTube with your Google account and you click on create a channel. And make sure you click on double verification and everything to make sure that your account is very, very secure for your YouTube channel because you don't want anybody to get into it. So that is really the basics. The second thing, of course, is to have a camera, which mine is a Canon T7i with a lens that I bought separately because I bought my camera secondhand, which is another thing that I recommend. You don't have to buy anything new. You can always buy it from somebody else on Facebook Market, Kijiji, or other stuff like this. And the lens I decided to buy on Amazon. This is a really good lens and it's not that expensive. The lens is $160 around, and it is a 50mm Canon with f1.8, so aperture 1.8, so you don't need as much light to get a really crisp color. You could always use your phone. So if you have an iPhone or anything, make sure you're recording with the back camera and not the front one, because the front one doesn't have as much color, as much pixels as the back one. Or you could be using something else like a vlogging camera. I have a second camera, which is this Sony a5100. We've had it for a while, but the only problem with these small cameras is they can overheat really, really quickly, and like they just close on you, which is not good. You want to avoid this, so make sure to have a good camera or just use your phone. After that, you need to have a tripod. So tripod is going to be very important for stability, for to hold your camera in place so it doesn't move or it doesn't just do weird things while you're recording, because if it moves, the quality of your video is just going to decrease dramatically and you want to avoid this. All right, so another thing that I want to talk about before we jump to something else is the SD card. And I've made that mistake in the past, which is why I want to talk about it on camera with you guys. Make sure that you have a really high quality SD card. So even though you have a lower grade camera, just make sure that your SD card is a really high quality one, like this one. I'm just gonna post pictures on this side right here. The reason why is because when you arrive to edit on your software or on anything, the problem is it might do lines and your video is not gonna be as good quality as you would want. I had another YouTube channel just for fun, doing a little bit of vlogs, and my SD card was really cheap, and the problem is it was doing lines and it was just doing wavy stuff like that, and you don't want that, you know, after spending so much time recording, editing, and then you end up with a wavy video is just not great. So if you don't want to splurge on your camera, make sure to splurge on your SD card, and they're not that expensive now. So for video quality, one thing that is extremely important, it is more important than your camera, than your phone or anything, it is lighting. And lighting is going to make a huge difference on your videos. So if you look at my videos at the moment, they are really bright. There's beautiful colors. As you can see, I'm wearing a little shirt with colors. If you don't, for example, I have a light in the back. I have 3 lights at the front, which are from Newer, from Amazon. They're going to be listed down below as well if you want to go check them out. I love them. Of course, they are more expensive. They are LEDs, but they do save energy. They are really, really bright. Like I said, lighting is what's important. You can either use natural lighting, so you go in front of a window. You don't need to have like a big setup, but in front of a window where the sun golden hour raises. You can have soft boxes, but the thing with soft boxes is they are quite big. Or you can even have a tripod with a ring light for your phone, and then the back is something else, and then it's well lit just everywhere. So after the lighting and everything, there's one thing that I really have to talk about because nobody talked about it, and I feel like it's so important, and that's why I'm talking with you guys. Some tips and tricks, secrets, everything you need to know. So if you have a camera, it is extremely important to white balance, and I didn't do that at first. And the thing is, with if you don't white balance, which is in the settings, which is adjusting the whites in the camera, you might look too yellow, you might look green, you might look blue in some footage. And if it's on automatic, your lighting will change throughout the video, and not because of like outside or anything. If you have LEDs, it's just gonna be the camera picks up a different color if you're doing makeup or if you're doing something else. It's just gonna change throughout the video, and it's really not good. And it's very easy to set up. You just go on custom white balance within your camera, and you can buy those are photography white balance cards. Photography cards. They're kind of like white, gray, and black, and it's kind of like neutral. I didn't have these, so to white balance, I kind of DIY'd it, even though you might try it. You can try it, but it's better to have those photography card. All right, so to white balance my camera, I went to Rona or home hardware stores, and I took some gray cards, which they are neutral. Some of them will be more blue, so more cool tones. Some of them will be more warm tones. So you have to make sure that these are kind of neutral, or if you feel like you're really pale or really pinky and you want to have a little bit more warm, just take one that has a little bit more warm tones and just take a photo of this and then zoom in and then white balance custom this picture right there, and make sure that you have the same lighting that you will use throughout your entire videos that you will make. And this is just a really good trick, and it is very important for really good quality videos, and if you want the colors to be right. Another thing that I don't recommend using with the camera is to have a filter on, a smooth filter on the face. I feel like it's so not real. The problem with this is it might blur out everything. So I have this problem with my Sony a5100. It just blurs out my face so much that it's not really real anymore, and we just want to be like sitting down and just you feel like you're in the same room with me, and it's just really good quality overall. So to edit all of the video, there's one software that I highly recommend because it is free and it is a very like professional grade editing system. So it is DaVinci Resolve 16, and I talked about it beforehand. It might crash a bit, okay? But it's normal, it's free, and even other softwares, they do crash. But you just have to make sure you have enough RAMs on your computer, you have a high enough grade computer to edit with it, so you can go check out what you need. It's going to be written on the DaVinci Resolve website. It's going to be listed down below as well, but I highly recommend this one. This is what I use since the beginning of my YouTube channel. I didn't change at all my editing software, and I absolutely love it. There's a learning curve though, so just make sure that you watch some videos before jumping into it, because you're going to be like, what is this? I don't understand a thing. And that's why I just watch a bit of videos. It's super simple when you know. Right, so I will pass to the audio, which is another thing that is really important, I think, because if you have really crappy audio, the problem is people won't want to watch your videos as much. And this is one thing that you can buy for really cheap. So I would recommend, for example, a lavalier microphone if you want to plug it into your phone, or if you want to plug it into your camera. It's a good alternative to use instead of your iPhone camera or your camera microphone. And some people, they just use AirPods, and it's just really great quality. And then after that, you can modify the audio within the DaVinci Resolve or into another software, which is amazing. And the lavalier microphone that I had before, it's gonna be listed down below if you want to go check it out. But me, at the moment, I decided to change my microphone for something better, and it is a Snowball Ice for better sound. So it's not only about the microphone, but it's also how you place it as well. So before, I was just using it on my table. I would move the table and then it would do some scratching stuff, and it wasn't good. You can still do that at the beginning if you don't want to spend the money, but I highly recommend you getting like a stand for your microphone. So that's what I use. I use something that I bought on Amazon. It's also going to be listed down below. This is from Numa, and it just works. There is also a pop filter on top of it in front of your microphone. So when you talk, you do P's or S's, it's just going to like cut the sound that is too loud, and there's not gonna be more decibels than what it's supposed to do. And I can just lift it up or lift it down. I can place it wherever I want on my table, it's pinned to my table, and it just works. I absolutely love it. Talking about the Snowball Ice microphone, which is really inexpensive. It is $90, I think, Canadian, which is really cheap for a microphone, and you get that quality sound. It's just crazy. This is an external sound, which is way better than if you have something plugged into your camera, because you can actually edit it. And the software that I use is Audacity, which is an old software. So if you are using a MacBook Pro or a MacBook that is newer generation, you're gonna need kind of a code to open Audacity, which I can link down below so you can go check it out. But this is the code that I put into the terminal of my MacBook, so then Audacity opens and it is ready. And another thing that I want to say about Audacity is that you have to put the sound, there is hertz at the bottom, and make sure it is at 4800 hertz to record your audio, so it goes very smoothly into DaVinci Resolve. So another thing about sound, to make it sound better, of course, I do two effects on top of my audio so it looks better. I do noise reduction, and then after that I do normalize -1 decibel, so it just sounds better. And another trick is to have sound panels, and I'm going to talk about them right now. And I did some DIY panels. You can do the same as well, and they're very easy to do. It's going to take you a while. So my room is white, and I decided to do them white. You don't have to do them white, you can do them another color. So they are quite big. So what I did, you can either construct your own base if you want, like wood on the side. I was just like, I don't have the tools, so I just went to the dollar store and I bought painting canvases. They are not thick, they are pretty thin, to be honest, but they work. And then after that, I went to IKEA to buy towels because they're really inexpensive there, and I bought a lot. Okay, it cost me a bunch of money, but the sound quality is just so much better, and I just couldn't handle the sound quality that was in this room. It was so echoey, it would have been disgusting. This is the front of the canvas, and the back there is a hole. So what you do is you cut towels like this, and then you stack them together to make a stack. Can't really see it, but I sew the towels with the top of the canvas because I don't want them to move if my cat decides to push it on the ground or something like this, and I just want it to stay nice and just there overall. And then after, when you have 1, 2, 3 little dots to hold the towels together, I bought I don't know, but it's the metal thingy you put on. It's the metal thingy that you put on sheets to hold them together. Okay, I don't know, I'm losing my English today, but whatever. And I just put them here so you can see what it does. And you just put them, because I was like, I can't just sew everything there. It's not gonna work. It's gonna take too much time, and I can't really sew through the wood, right? So you just do this, and then it just ends up looking like a flat white little thing. And the fact that it is white, it does bounce off the light as well, which is bringing me into a cocoon of light, which is really important. A cocoon of light, if you don't have enough lighting, you can always buy a styrofoam white thing and just put it next to you, so then the light will just bounce on it onto your face. This is another trick for lighting, but we're talking about sound right now. So if you want to go check out the full video, it's going to be listed down below. It's somebody else, and that's where I found my idea for these DIY sound panels. And it really cuts the sound like a lot. Like, I'm talking in it and it's just crazy. And I have them all around the room, plus my bed that is up over there, and it just cuts everything. There's still some echo, but not as bad. So after that, what you need is a chair, a table to get your things, or you can just stand up. Sometimes I stand up because I just sit down all day long. It's not really good, you know what I mean? Like, I need to stand up and move a bit. But yeah. Oh, and I want to say this lens is not a wide angle, so you need to put the camera very, very far away from me, and it just blurs the background as well. So that's why I like this one. It was just a little thing that I forgot to say, but yeah. For the background, I feel like you can have a clean background. Like, this one right here is just a cotton sheet for photography that I pinned on the wall. Before, I had a stand with metal everywhere. If you have the space, if you want, you can have that. Everything is going to be listed down below, but it's pinned on the wall and it doesn't move. I steamed it also with water, with something to just do on your clothes, and it just looks flat, nice. It has to be clean, and a white background or something like just one color is gonna make you pop out. You can also put some plants on the side, do some funny stuff. Maybe one day I'll have some plants and stuff just to add a little bit of color. But if you just want to concentrate on yourself, put some text on the side, white is just a really good color to go. Another thing that I use is, since my camera is very far away and like I can't just get up, press on the record and then get back, with a Canon, which is nice, they have an application to control your camera. I have my phone, which is here. This is my second phone and you can see myself in there, right? So on the little button right there, I can just press record and stop for that. Another thing I want to tell you, of course, with that, you have to start your sound recording before starting your camera if you want to automatically sync them together in DaVinci Resolve. So that is another thing you have to think about before you start recording. Press on the Audacity, start recording your sound. Don't say anything for 5 seconds minimum so you can noise cancel, and then you start your camera and you'll be able to do the thing and it's gonna sync together. And then always stop recording on your camera first and then the sound. And another thing, just ask someone. If you don't have any monitor or anything, make sure that you are in the middle of the camera, or like if you want, you could be on a side like this and put some stuff on the side. It just make sure that you are centered where you want to be. If you're using a phone and you don't see anything, just make a test beforehand or something just to make sure that you are right there and well placed. And one little, my God, there's some dust in here. Another thing that is really important and that I want to share with you guys is when you click on the camera, I know it can sound scary, it can look weird because you're being recording, but just be yourself and you're gonna be good to go. I mean, just be yourself. Just talk about what you enjoy and it's just gonna roll with it. If you're not used to it and you want to structure your videos, just put some bullet points and then roll with it. Don't structure everything because you're gonna look really scripted. But you can always, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and this, and you just flow with it. And it just becomes natural. And of course, it takes practice. It's a skill, and you're just going to get really good with it. So that is what you need to start a YouTube channel. 2020, 2021, 2022, whenever you want to start a YouTube channel, and also how to improve your video quality if ever you wanted some tips and tricks on the equipment, softwares, and everything that I use to have the same quality and sound that I have at the moment. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like the video and to comment down below whatever part was the best. And if you have any questions as well, there's going to be some videos at the end that you can go check out because I'm doing a studio tour and how it looks, because my studio is a 2-in-1 bedroom. So if you don't have a lot of space, that will be perfect for you, how I place my things. So consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you want to see 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday. And this is exactly for beauty, for if you want to do fitness, if you want to just talk about mindset. It's just, this is really a perfect setup for anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel, and it's just gonna have really bright colors. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really love you, beauties, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.